The studio was ice cold, but the moment the tension snapped, the heat was unbearable. Karoline Leavitt locked eyes with Nancy Mace across the table. She knew this moment was coming, but no one expected the attack to be this brutal. Nancy Mace adjusted her microphone, leaned in slightly, and with a smirk, dropped the bombshell. "Karoline, you're sitting here today, but we all know that without Trump, no one would even know your name." A sharp silence fell over the studio. Even the hosts held their breath. Karoline didn't flinch. The corner of her lips curled. Was that a smile? In that instant, everyone realized something big was about to happen. Nancy Mace, still smirking, leaned back in her chair, satisfied with the shock she had just delivered. She expected Karoline to stutter, to fumble, to crack under the pressure. But instead, Karoline took a slow, deliberate sip of water and placed her glass down with a soft clink. "That's interesting, Nancy," she said, her voice dangerously calm. "Because I seem to remember a time when you couldn't make up your mind about Trump either." Nancy's smile faded slightly. Karoline wasn't taking the bait. She was setting one of her own. "First, you praised him," Karoline continued. "Then you turned on him. Then you cozied up to him again. Tell me, Nancy, how does it feel to be the perfect example of a politician who stands for nothing?" Gasps rippled through the audience. The tension was now thick enough to cut with a knife. Nancy's fingers twitched near her microphone. She had walked straight into Karoline's trap. Nancy wasn't about to back down. Not now. Not in front of millions. "Spare me the lecture, Karoline," she snapped. "You're nothing but a talking head for a movement you don't even control." Karoline's eyes flashed. She leaned in, her voice sharp as glass. "You think I don't control my own voice? Then why are you so afraid of hearing it?" Nancy opened her mouth to fire back. Bang! Karoline slapped a stack of papers onto the table. Receipts, polls, public statements. Every contradiction Nancy had ever made, right there for the world to see. The hosts looked stunned. The audience erupted into whispers. Nancy Mace stared at the papers, her confidence flickering. For the first time, she looked cornered. Karoline sat back, crossing her arms. "You wanted to make this about Trump?" she said. "Fine, but let's talk about you. Let's talk about how your loyalty changes with the wind." Nancy exhaled sharply. The cameras zoomed in. The nation was watching her next move. After a long, tense pause, she forced a smile. "That's politics, sweetheart." The hosts quickly stepped in, sensing the flames about to ignite again. The show cut to a commercial break, but the damage was done. The internet exploded. Clips of Karoline's brutal takedown flooded social media. And as the headlines rolled in, one thing was clear. Karoline Leavitt had just won the war. Do you think Nancy Mace handled this well, or did Karoline Leavitt completely expose her? Let me know in the comments.